Hi you guys, another tips and tricks video. This time it's 32, 36 Weber or the 38 Weber, 32 Weber, they all have the same problem. It's the auxiliary venturis that become loose. Our guy asked me, does it have an effect on the carby? Yes, it does a little bit, but I've got the carby behind me, the venturis are loose. I'll see if I can get it fixed, but let's see how that goes. So there's the carby. And on this one, you can see there, both of them are loose. So I've got to make a plan to get them to become stiff again. But first, strip the carby. And remember, as with any carby, when you strip it, make sure you've got a bowl or a bin or something where you put all your spares in. Well, that way you're not going to lose the spares. And once you've done putting it together, and there's something left in there, you know you've forgotten it somewhere. So yeah, always have a spares bin, put all the stuff in. So I've taken the carby apart, and there you can see these venturis are extremely loose. You can buy them new, not in our country. See there, this one as well, extremely loose. And it's actually a problem because when you throttle, accelerator pump sprays, then you're supposed to draw air down here, and that's it draws air through that little hole over your air jet and your main jet, through your emulsion tube, comes out that hole there, goes through there and through that little spray bar, and it goes down the choke of the carby into your engine. So when that's loose like that, you get leakage over there, so it won't suck all the air and the fuel from where it's supposed to. It will take the shortest route. The shortest route is to then just suck air from there, and you will have a lag when you press your accelerator. So the quick fix, easy fix, is to take it out and fit a new one, or one that's not worn, like I've got over there. So this one fits really tight. If I can get it in. There you go. That's perfect. But you don't always have ones to replace. And when you don't have ones to replace, you've got to make a plan with this. And I'll show you how we do that as a quick fix if you don't have any to replace. So there's a way to repair that. And what I do, it's not the best thing to do. What I do is I center punch on the end there. That way the metal swells up a little bit and it fits tight again. Then I also center punch it on the sides there, on both sides. I don't center punch there, obviously, because that must always be flush. But it helps. Once it sits stiff again, you can get a few years out of it again. So I'll show you how I do that. So there we go. Gave it a few punches. Oops, wrong way around. Gave it a few punches, and it's much better than what it was. What you can do is you can give it a few punches down there to stop your sideward movement, and on that side. I'm going to do that quickly. You've got to be careful when you do that because you don't want to damage your carby, but I'm going to do that quickly. So there we go. Gave it a few punch marks over there, and on this side. That's nice and stiff. No movement on it. That'll give you another couple of kilometers. But the right thing to do is to replace them. Unfortunately, The size that's in here I don't have. You can see I've got quite a few of them, but the size that's in there I don't have. And as far as I know, here on our part of the rock, you don't get them for sale new. So that's a quick fix on it. So as you can see, the auxiliary venturis do go faulty, but you can repair them, and that's where the 36 DCD, the auxiliary venturi, is actually a little bit better, because it completely fits in the choke lockout. I've never ever seen one of these worn. I've seen them damaged, yes, of course, because people can't get them out. I've never ever seen one of these worn. The springs go missing, not the end of the world. But the 32, 36, the 32, and the 38, they do wear. So it's a thing to keep your eyes on. But like I said, you can either replace it or you can punch it like that and repair it. I suppose you can also put epoxy on it and epoxy it back in. I think I must do one like that sometime in the future, just as an experiment. I've used epoxy on carbs before and the fuel doesn't dissolve it. So I think if you epoxy it, it will be okay. I wouldn't epoxy it on the side where the hole is. I'll epoxy it on the other side, get it in, leave it in place, and then maybe put a little bit of epoxy in the corners. I think I might just do one like that and share my experience with it. Anyway, I hope this helps someone. Keep safe.